Hello to myself and everybody else. This is video 32. So far for this one, I'm still looking at the music for Buy Some Milk Story 4. And for this, it'll be the music for the road stage and for the boss of the road stage. This one I'm currently looking at is the road stage right now. So I'll just go ahead and play that. Okay, so for this one, actually it didn't sound too bad. Like, so far I feel like I got the road theme kind of down a bit for this. It doesn't really sound too bad. Especially like I said in the beginning with the melody, sounds pretty good just hearing like the first part of melody again. Again, doesn't sound too bad. The melody and everything for this one, trying to just look at the side. Yeah, I could mess with the FM frequency and stuff a lot more too, and mess with like the twang settings. Let me see. And the triangle with it. Yeah, because it does really sound pretty different. I think I messed with this like a bit more, just kind of try to get like a kind of a different sound. But just hearing it with the melody. And again, does the like headphone wise still not the best. Without it, does sound a bit better. The thing I do say that kind of sounds messed up is the transition between like sounds. We're trying to like get something different. Like I think it's here, like from 7 to 4 here. Let me hear it. Yeah, it's kind of that. Like I don't like how the music kind of slows down here. Because that's a thing like I've always had a problem with, where I'll like try to change the song a bit and just kind of slows down and then starts back again. I know it's like not a bad thing too much, but for me, it feels like kind of like changes the tone like quite a bit. Whereas like again, you're supposed to have a boss fight action, and then it just kind of slows down and then goes right back into it. It feels like a tone shift I really don't like that much. So I just need to kind of work on like making myself sound a bit consistent, and with a tone shift, at least try to make the tone so kind of fit what's going on at the very least. I gotta work on that. But from there, I do at least kind of like how this sounds. Just again, the melody, I did work on this first from the looks of it, because it's at least first to have something with it. The melody, I just kind of tried something to make it work for like a road stage or something like that too and all. Like you should just have like the thought of like generic like radio and car kind of sound. Just kind of weird to say, but basically I just try to have something in mind when making these. So with this, not really too bad. Again, with headphones on, not the best, but without it, I think it sounds pretty good. I just do really like hearing the melody and stuff in the beginning. And again, with the bass and everything stuff here too. Again, I do kind of like how they just kind of go together a bit. Like the bass still kind of sounds like a tiny bit weird to me, but I do kind of like how it just goes with it. Yeah, so this one, it does work for what's going on in the stage and everything as well. And I at the very least do just kind of like what happened with it. Again, still the thing where I was like rushing when making this. The thing that just kind of weirds me out is like I usually have like a Word document just like with everything like typed out of like made this song, saved it as this, and then just a link under it to BeepBox and everything. But weird enough, some of my orders have been mixed up, and it says this is at the top. I don't think I made this theme first. I don't think. Because if I made this first and then made the other ones, it went downhill. Or somehow I did like good on this, and the next thing I'm going to play I think sounds okay. I got kind of like crazy with that one, but... And then like the tutorial slash fire stage, that one sounds okay too. Just the other ones kind of went downhill. But again though, with this stage, the car stage, again, or the road stage, again, sounds pretty good. I don't mind this too much. At least I worked on the melody and stuff a bit. The mix with the bass and the melody goes pretty well. Yeah, one thing I do want to note to myself and stuff too is that the reason I use FM bass like a decent amount is because I do like the sound, but also because a lot of the notes close together like this, like where I have it like right here where my mouse is, if I use the square wave and have two notes close together like this, it would just sound like one long sound. It won't sound like two notes. But in FM bass, it'll sound like two notes. Like only certain things really do that. I think FM bass and I can't really think of anything else that really does that. It's like FM bass, or if you gotta have the notes like split up, or I think the tempo slowed down enough, it might, but I'm not 100% sure. But at least no, FM bass, two notes together will sound like two notes rather than just one long note. So that's at least one thing for me to note to myself and everything. But I'll go ahead and move on to the next one, which is the theme for the boss of the road stage. So I'll go ahead and play this. Yeah, so far with this one off the bat, it just does sound kind of weird with the bass and stuff here, because this one I did actually mess with it a bit. I added a delay and echo and everything and stuff to it as well. Again, the tone does sound weird, but for this fight it actually does work for what I was going for. It's just the main thing is them kind of together like around here, which basically, or repeating of this, but it just kind of sounds kind of weird a bit. Yeah, just kind of with that, just kind of sounds like the bass kind of doesn't really go with it a ton. At least with the melody, kind of just sounds like a sound that's just kind of there. But again, maybe it's because I have headphones on. Without it, it doesn't really sound too bad. With it, there's a whole thing. But I really do like how this sounds here, because I basically use something different with the unison. I use an octave with it rather than it just being none. So with this, I actually do like how this sounds with it. Just... and then it just goes right back into the other thing. Again, I do like how it was with this. Doesn't sound too bad. Now to get to the main other thing, this, it just sounds completely out of left field. The reason for that was because I really did just like put notes and stuff down, just because I had no idea really what to do to extend it. So I just put random notes and stuff down as a test, usually like off to the side somewhere over here, just to try some stuff. And when I just hit play with it, I was like, I kind of like how this sounds, and I just wanted an excuse to put this in. Just this whole thing. I just wanted some excuse and reason just to put it in there. So that's kind of why it's just right after this. So just to hear it again, like just hear this part before it, and then just hear the whole like part here just with it. Yeah, I just wanted some excuse just to throw that in there. To me, it actually doesn't sound really too bad with it. Again, if you're playing the boss fight, it does go with it. It 100% does actually go with it and stuff too. The tone, all this, it does go with the boss fight a lot. Like the only way to really know that is actually get to the boss and hear the theme, but again, goes with the theme pretty well. The main thing with this, if I had to say, is that like I do like what I did with this instrument, the chip wave, the square wave, and the unison, all that. I do like how that sounds. As well as again, the bass does kind of sound weird with it, but does fit the theme and tone and stuff like that too. So again, I'll give this one a pass and all that stuff as well. Just kind of messing around with it and everything. Yeah, so like I said, I'll give it a pass. Doesn't sound too bad. My main takeaway and stuff too is again, fits the tone. The melody and stuff isn't too bad. Like I said, one thing where I kind of rush. The drums, you can still tell how to rush because I just use all ones with it. But again, I'll at least give this one a pass at the very least. Just at least it didn't sound as bad as the other stuff I made. So again, perfectly fine. Give this one a pass. But so far, that's all I really got to say on it. So to myself and everybody else, see you in the next one.